Today I want to just briefly talk about when it comes to dating and obligations when it comes to complementary relationships. Specifically, how a man could demonstrate himself to be more capable of being a leader in a relationship with this one subtle, what I would assume is obvious, life hack. And this is when you're on a date, and basically the story starts with me this past Friday at Bel Air, at Bell Tire, getting 4 new tires put on my car. And a woman walks in, young woman, maybe 26. She's in the skilled trades world, and we have a great conversation about her life and where she came from. She came from northern Michigan. And eventually the conversation moved to more serious content, particularly around dating and what her experience has been like. And like many women that I asked that question to, it's been an absolute nightmare for them. And it's not necessarily because the guys are overly rambunctious or aggressive. It's usually actually the opposite. They're very callous, and her in particularly found herself needing to control the relationship, control the content of the conversation more, do more of the work than she was accustomed to, do more of the work than she wants to. And it wasn't one date. This is on a regular basis. She hasn't dated in about a year. She said she tried for a couple of years. She tried dating apps, and she tried going on dates with people that were friends. And so she tried all the methods that you would think would work. But the problem persisted, and the problem was passive men and men that didn't have the ability to hold and to craft a conversation. Now, that's not the big life hack. The main life hack I'm going to give to you at the end of this, which you would seem would be obvious, but it takes about 2 seconds, and it can demonstrate you to be a leader and a much more controlled man, which is much more attractive to women, and it goes without saying. But at the end of the day, one of the most impactful ways, in fact, I would say this, date one is really used for comfort building. They need to know that you're safe. And if they give cues to something that they would like in terms of the conversation that they would like to see, potentially how much more confident or aggressive you could be, or maybe more sexual innuendos, then you should be able to take the conversation there. But for the most part, most women are looking for comfort building skills. They're looking for opportunities to see and have demonstrated for them that you are somebody who's in control. You are somebody that is a decent human being, and one that they can, put down some of the walls that they have. It's, for a woman, dating is a completely different atmosphere than it is for men. And so you're really looking for opportunities to build comfort. And so one of the ways that you can do that, and this is just a simple, easy way to change your mind frame. This isn't the hack I'm going to tell you at the end. And that is to become genuinely curious. As you communicate, as you just start with some common conversations, have a few in your back pocket. Have questions like, did you play any sports when you grew up? Where's your favorite place to go in the state that we live in? Where is a place that you haven't gone that you love to go? Where is your favorite place to go in the world that you've gone to? Each one of those conversations have little convoluted side discussions based on her answer that can take you down a rabbit trail for another half an hour. So you don't need a ton of them. You just need 1 to 4 to maybe even 8, depending on how good she is at. Most women are very good conversationalists because they've had to learn it at a very young age. So therefore, if you can just become genuinely curious, for instance, what is your favorite, a question I might ask is, what is one of your most favorite spots in Michigan? Okay, that's where I'm from. And let's say they say Traverse City. Well, I know a little bit about Traverse City. I've been to Traverse City. So I say, oh, really? Okay, so tell me why. What was the experience that you had? When would you go? They would tell me when they would go. Okay, oh, that's a beautiful season. That's typically during what? The Cherry Festival, right? Okay. Have you been to the Cherry Festival? Oh, you have? Yeah, me too. And then you go down that trail. And then you say, have you ever been to Torch Lake? Oh, no? Oh, I'd love it up there. We should try it sometime. They have a great winery that's in that area. Do you drink wine? I do drink wine. Have you ever had Traverse City wine? I have had. What's your favorite? That one question could take you in a million different directions. Who would you go with? Oh, I went with my ex-husband. Okay, well, what was it like? Did you guys enjoy your time, or was it with kids and you couldn't really enjoy it? Have you been as an adult? Have you and your girlfriends gone? These conversations can go a million different directions. I went when we grew up with our mom and dad. Oh, really? Do your parents, are they still alive? Do they still go there? When was the last time you were there? That is one question with 20 other sub-questions. And the simple thing that you need to do is just become genuinely curious. Even if the date isn't exactly as I planned, even if the woman isn't exactly as I envisioned, it doesn't matter. When I am present and I am at the table and she has made effort and energy and got herself ready and drove to wherever we're going to meet, it is my duty then to become genuinely curious about her. And to be able to extract with an art flow, an artistic endeavor, to dive into some of the areas of her mind and emotions that she hasn't opened in a very long time. And the key to doing that is genuine curiosity. Think almost like a child. Just, this is a person you don't know anything about. She has so many stories. And so get to know those stories, get to know her, have a few in your back pocket. You have to become a conversationalist as a man. So that's what I want to encourage you today. The other life hack this woman has brought up, and I've heard from other women, is the awkwardness when the bill comes. And they say typically when the bill comes, it sits on the table. The man doesn't pick it up. It's awkward for me. I will either go to pay it, or they'll grab it from me and they'll say, let's just split it. Listen, it takes a lot more emotional output for a woman to prepare for the date than a man. And if you want to set yourself up to be a quality individual, a high quality man, somebody that she should, out of all the opportunities that she has, which women have far more opportunities than men, it's much easier for them to get dates than it is for men. The least you can do is pay the bill. And if you can't do that, I want you to just not date right now. I want you to just take a step back, and I would encourage you to begin to look at different ways that you can grow your income enough. I'm not asking you to be a millionaire, but grow enough to where when you ask a woman on a date, you can pay the bill. I also have a rule: the first date's always just drinks only. It could be coffee or it could be alcoholic drinks, just drinks only. And that's because she may not like me. I may not like her. We don't need to prolong this thing for 2 hours. We can just kind of feel the jive, and if it's not going, a couple drinks in, we call it a good day and we're off. So it's not $1 million. It's not $100. At the most, it's typically 50 at the most, and that's with tips. So enjoy the conversation, pay the bill. So this woman said not once in over a dozen dates did the man take the bill and pay it on the spot. Every time it was awkward, and every time she ended up either paying it herself or they wanted to split. Guys, come on now. Come on. Let's fix this. Starts there. So you can do this. You can take them for some coffee. We got this. That's $5. So just enjoy it. I'm not asking you to be completely set for life. Maybe you're young and you're just getting into the dating scene. I don't think you have to be completely set. But let's start here, because it demonstrates a whole lot of value, or it demonstrates low value, and you'll likely not get a second date. So let's move. We got this. If you need some advice, if you've been struggling with questions around dating, there's a link in the bottom. Every Wednesday, I take calls. Just hit that button, schedule your time, and I will jump on a call with you, and we'll get you in the right direction. So again, this is Marcus O'Neill. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll chat soon.